Hey, how's it? Hang loose. Come sit here, Danny. Come closer, Danny. Do you like it here at the hotel? Yeah? I want you to like it here. I could see staying here forever. I could always send you to school. I'll work and no play, make Jack a dull boy. They're opening schools and hotels, I think. I don't know. Well, let's take a look. Welcome to How's It? Hang loose. Loose paper. We're doing it in the newspaper. And yeah. Well, looks like Hawaii only got 12 new cases like yesterday. So it could be whatever the day before, but it's 12 yesterday. So they're getting all antsy to go reopen. And this stuff is, everyone's getting all, yeah, man, reopen, and Zoom and online meetings, and I've been getting inundated. And by the way, yeah, it is Tuesday. Tuesday the 21/20 July. And it's not Aloha Tuesday. It's not Aloha Tuesday. It's the 21st. Look, quickie. Hawaii had a thing called Aloha Friday. Now every Friday, it's Aloha Friday, Aloha Friday. No, it didn't start off like that. It was the last Friday of the month. So Aloha Friday isn't until the 31st. Am I being picky? Hey, aloha this, aloha that, everything's aloha. It's not aloha. Break out. Hey. And then who's hotels battling for jobs? Thumbnail. Hotels battling for jobs. Okay, now here, the union people of hotels want to stay safe. So the union hotel workers want to support the industry push to require guests. So I'm focusing on visitors coming back here, right? So I'm pretty much trying to. Guests to require wearing face masks, and that's kind of like, yeah, okay. But the stay safe checklist is not good enough. They want contactless options. Contactless options, so you don't have contact. When they do check-ins, room service, payments, reservations, and only request daily room cleaning if you really, super really, absolutely need it. And the other one was leaving your deliveries outside the door. They should have a little door, little mail slot. Here's your frickin' room service. Check in will have one of those hologram, and just sign the guest book. It's like the haunted mansion in Disneyland. I pity those who go back to Disneyland at this point in time, or Disney World was it, whatever. So hotels and schools. Now this one's kind of interesting because I had a little, if you didn't already figure out, I had years getting my teaching. I powered out. I worked really hard, got my teaching license in Montana. They got a license in Montana. Then I went over to California for a summer, and I got a license in California. And then I was back in Montana, and I taught in Montana for a year at this bad boy school up in the boondock woods. And then I went to Texas, tried to get a job there, but they're like, "You're not from here, are you? Only Texans." They're big on money. You know, you go there, oh wow, economics good. Something. I still got some resentments on Texas with their hiring and raises. No, They don't like me. I digress. Let's egress. Starting school before tourists return will help students succeed. See? See, the problem is the tourists are coming back. Well, that's not the problem. They have to figure out what the heck they're going to do. September 1st, tourism. Aloha to the island. And September 1st. So they want to have schools reopen August 4th, August 4th, schools reopen because, quote, we do not want to reopen our schools and receive more travelers simultaneously, because Governor David Ige sounds just like that. A phased approach would help ensure safe return of our students and minimize other factors that could lead to the spread, blah, blah, blah. Now, I actually agree with that. That's actually a smart idea, because, these teachers, they have to begin their school year, they have to have the rapport with all the little kiddies. Or, hey, kiddies. Or, it's problematic. You have to have a rapport going. I mean, that's the thing to do. And if they're going to have all this extra stuff, so here's what this says. Fewest in 2 weeks. Oh, so ready. Oh, we're so ready. Beware. Hotels. Yeah, unions. They want a law to go through with the hotels, so that they want Hawaii to do the right thing, do something like that, which is kind of like what they're doing in California under what's the guy's name? Their San Francisco mayor, London Breed. I'm London Breed, your mayor. Are you from London? I don't know, but it's London Breed. It sounds like a coffee. London Breed. Now in decaffeinated. He's the mayor of San Francisco, and he's having a little law make it illegal for employers to just fire somebody or get down on the employee if they refuse to work because they feel it's unsafe. So that's what they're doing there. They're battling over that stuff. But in the skills out nope, it's back. August 1st, 4th. Less and less. I was into science, but I graduated in sociology, so they put me in social studies. So I wound up teaching history and all the stuff that's hard to teach because you have to tell the kids to read. You're going to read all these chapters and you're going to write these papers. How do you teach history without reading and writing? So I had to correct all the papers. Then I had the science degree because I had a science background, and they still won't hire me. Texas. T is for Texas. T is for other stuff too. One day, I will never get over that. Okay, schools. Given Hawaii's current low rate of COVID-19 infections, see? Hey, the numbers went down. Charge! Health officials believe schools can restart safely. Keeping their distance outside. Keeping from mixing outside their groups. Keeping students from mixing outside their groups. Social distance and keeping students from mixing outside their groups. And promoting cliques. New school year will have the option to choose distant learning entirely for children in kindergarten to 12th grade, but only about 16% expected to opt for that. So anytime during the whole year, even in kindergarten, you can have distance learning. So set up your little toddlers in front of the computer. It's Zoom meeting time. So much of school is about social interaction. Adult, student, peer-to-peer, peer-to, and how they deal with it. You get them all dealing and they're going to be, well, welcome to the future. And speaking of future and science, yay for science. No, this is great. 3 vaccines. Count 1, 2, 3. 3 vaccines are developing. That's right. A race for vaccine against the new coronavirus intensified Monday as 3 competing laboratories, because there's big prize money now, there's some $1 billion on the table kind of now, released promising results from early trials in humans, beyond the lab rats. Now comes the hard part, proving that any of these vaccines protect against the virus, establish how much immunity they provide, and for how long. To bring you up to speed on the nomenclature, when they're doing viruses, they go through tests, and phase 3 is the one they're looking at, because it says phase 3 trials test how well the drug works. So you want to look for success in phase 3. There's a big push in, I just saw the news, just inundated, I'm immersed in news in the morning now, so all work and no play. Come play with us forever and ever and ever. I love Stephen King. He's cool stuff. I used to read all his books, except the latest. I haven't read, except for the Institute. That's good. That's a pretty good one. The latest one, the Institute. I don't know. It's not the latest. He keeps writing. He says, "I'm going to stop," and then he keeps writing. Save paper. He says, "I'm going to stop because I'm going to save paper." Stephen King. I can't stop. Good for you, man. You do you, man. It'd be creepy to get to know. You ever freaking hang out with that guy? Oh my God. No, he's probably a cool dude. I've seen some. Look, check him out, Stephen King, on Twitter. He says some cool stuff, if he's still there. Vaccine. All the developers that released Monday results said their vaccine had produced strong immune responses with only minor side effects. So it's a slurry of words. All 3 major vaccine developers. Very promising results with only minor side effects. Like your eye will just fall out of your skull, or your face drips off, or you turn into a pumpkin head. They all look really good, said Professor Stacy Schultz-Cherry of the St. Jude Children's Hospital Research Center. They're pretty good. So joint venture between Pfizer and German bio company BioNTech. Jeez. These are the same companies that brought you the infamous gas. When was that? Anyways, Bear aspirin was involved in that stuff. This will make them more efficient gas. Ooh, creepy. Pharmaceutical companies. Okay, they're going to make it big. The U.S. they already are giant. They control doctor. The U.S., Britain, and general other governments and non-profit groups already agreed to pay hundreds of millions of dollars for a total of 2 billion doses. Even that's for one person. 2 billion doses. All done via injection into your eye. Shit. That's a horrible thought. Good morning. Snorted on that one. 2 billion doses before the vaccine's efficiency has been proved. So let's break that down just a wee bit. Part A, hundreds of millions of dollars paid for 2 billion doses of this promising vaccine that hasn't efficiently been proven effective. So it hasn't really been proven effective yet. But you're gonna get it. And British and US officials think Russia sought to spy on the Oxford research. Well, duh. You think they're in Russia with no, hey man, we don't got the virus over here. And, the way Russia, led by Putin, does things, so they're big on the spy stuff. Still. Spy versus spy. But, so what? They should just have it worldwide information. What is this, billions and billions of dollars? I guess to keep the lab open, but it was also the first vaccine to enter phase 3 trials. That was the one that Dr. Lieutenant Governor Josh Green of Hawaii, he mentioned this Oxford one. This is the Oxford research. US, that's England, and US has big ties with Oxford people. I don't know why. It was the first vaccine to enter phase 3. But more than 10,000 participants in Britain, Brazil, and South Africa. Thank you. South Africa have already received doses. So, Britain, Brazil, and South Africa, thank you for being human guinea pigs. Because you're just let's inject them all and see what happens. Maybe it'll prove its effectiveness and we'll get billions and millions and millions of dollars. I don't have a great view of pharmaceutical companies, but they got lots of money. The Oxford study released Monday a few hundred patients from a whatever. Then Casino vaccine tested a trend trial. 500 in China appeared less likely to be effective. So they got other stuff. So, and I heard, then they're going with little specifics here. This particular stuff. Some people are questioning it. It's an interferon beta, which is a protein naturally produced by the body to orchestrate its response to the immune system. And saying, you can get injection, you can get an inhaler thing, and then they get inhaled form of interferon beta, our new little chemical hero, tested by Synagen, I guess it's a lab, was shown to reduce the odds of hospital patients becoming severely ill by 79%. Compared with patients who received a placebo, which is they sneezed on you. Placebo. So, I think what's going on there is they're seeing who's the best doctor, who wins the prize, I guess. But is the 75% inhaled better than the other way? Because the other way is just gonna put that interferon beta, and you're gonna have your body orchestrating a immune response like it would for anything, like flu and stuff like that. But the other one, COVID, is respiratory, so they go, inhaler, do that way. But the Brazil one, the Brazil nut, they got bad problems. So they're going to do the old-fashioned way, which is you take the virus, and you put them in the kind laboratory dish, with UV light, which kills stuff. That's why you wear sunblock. UV light irradiates, so they just dose it with irradiate with UV light, kills it all. So it's all dead. But there's dead little virus bodies. Look, dead little virus bodies. Can't hurt you now. So they suck those up and inject them in you. Add a little mercury for contamination. A little egg yolk. Are you allergic to egg yolks? Have you heard that one before? But they mix it up. They put it in, and your body responds to the dead viruses. It makes an immune response. And that's the good old-fashioned way to make a vaccine. And that's what they're doing in Brazil. And they're already doing it because they got, crisis to the max. So you're going to see whatever happens in Brazil, that works. And you got the Oxford one, or the most promising, phase 3. So other than that, I think that's good news, but school's out. No, you gotta get to school, man. You gotta go inside there. But it's gonna be a different environment. You have to orchestrate a different environment. So for you going back to school, in nome Dei Patri Filii Spiritus Sancti. Yeah, something coming. Yeah, I think it'll be you'll be history, as in an historical time in history, not as in your history, buddy. But you're living in a historical time right now, really, and that'll be wild to tell your great grandchildren if humanity survives the zombie apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse. But the mongoose invasion will rise ahead. But what happened is, you'll probably see a lot of different stuff happening in schools. Get used to the word bubble. Remember Boy in the Bubble movie? I'm in a bubble. Not everyone's in a bubble. It's unilateral. Everyone. Equality. Bubbles for all. So, my word for you going back to school is good luck, bubbles. And hang loose, because the future is getting brighter. The vaccines are on their way. Choo choo. The little choo choo that could is the virus vaccine things again. I hope. Anyways, take care. Hang loose as always. Aloha.